Boy's mother completely by surprise because she says he has been vaccinated against the measles. That's why he went to school even though he had a rash. A few faint spots are all that remains of this 10-year-old's measles. His mom recognized the symptoms from recent news coverage.
When I first seen him with the rash, you know, that was my first thought was, I bet this is probably measles.
At their request, we're not identifying the student or his mother. She took him to the doctor on Thursday, but the pediatrician doubted the boy actually had measles.
That's what he said. He said, yeah, he's been vaccinated, so I just don't feel like this is going to be the measles. He doesn't look like the measles, you know, he seems okay. He doesn't seem typical of measles.
Yesterday afternoon, the blood test results showed the 5th grader did have the disease. His mom is grateful he didn't suffer more.
It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse.
Health officials today called it a probable measles case, but said they're awaiting further tests. In the meantime, they're taking action to prevent the spread of the measles.
We are going to exclude the students who are not immunized from school. We are going to quarantine them to their homes until April 29th.
That quarantine is for 13 students. This mom says if she had known her son could catch and spread the disease even after his MMR shots, she wouldn't have sent him to class.
Just because you get vaccinated doesn't mean that you're not going to get the disease. Yeah. I mean, it helps you, but it doesn't guarantee.
Health officials aren't sure what started this particular measles case. Now, the boy's mom said he had been vaccinated, but he does have another illness that could have compromised his immune system. She doesn't know how he came into contact with the measles. Live in Racine, Lauren Lemanchuk, today's TMJ4.
Lauren, thanks. Several parents took their kids out of class at S.C. Johnson Elementary School today.
I just feel safer taking them out knowing about the measles outbreak.
Valente says her son has been vaccinated, but she doesn't want to take any chances. 13 students who are not vaccinated are being asked to stay home. The measles starts with flu-like symptoms. You get a cough or fever and then a red rash that starts on your head and spreads to the rest of your body.
We also have the first case of rubella, which is also known as the German measles. It's not as serious for the average person, but it's really, really dangerous for pregnant women. New at 10, Charles Benson is live in the newsroom with more on that. Charles?
Mike, rubella is bad for pregnant women because it can lead to deformities in their unborn child. But for most people, rubella isn't as serious as the measles.
I hadn't heard that.
Ramona McCabe is enjoying a spring evening with her grandchildren, but she's troubled by the measles outbreak and now a case of rubella.
We've had the measles, now the rubella. It's something to worry about.
It's also worrisome for Waukesha health officials.
This is an adult that lives in Waukesha County.
Health officials are saying very little about this adult who contracted rubella, but at this point they want to know where they've been and who they have been with. Here's why. That person could have unknowingly exposed lots of other people if they haven't been immunized.
With rubella, you are infectious 7 days prior to onset of symptoms, so there have been some exposures in the community.
Infectious disease physician John Belizzi says pregnant women should be particularly concerned.
What's so important about rubella is that if a pregnant woman contracts that infection in the first trimester of pregnancy, it leads to birth deformities.
Deformities include mental retardation, deafness, and heart and eye problems. And health officials stress both measles and rubella can be prevented by simply getting one shot twice. In the newsroom, Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.
Thanks, Charles. Again, the symptoms of rubella, very similar to the measles. They start with a fever, swollen lymph nodes, and then that rash. But again, the symptoms aren't as severe as the measles. Milwaukee Health Department has a measles and rubella hotline to answer any questions you might have. 286-3616. We also have information about vaccination clinics on our website, today'stmj4.com.